Orion is proudly sponsored by Gecko Cards, your go-to store for all things Yu-Gi-Oh! Check out the link in the description for great deals, fast shipping, and to help us out.
What's up, guys? It's Jamie back with Team Orion. I've just got my deck profile here for the list I played at Liverpool Open. Was it last week?
So it were 20th, 21st, 2 weeks
It's
ago.
been 2 weeks,
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 weeks ago. I started off alright, but it didn't go great. But probably mainly because I didn't put as much time into practicing the list as I should have done. Because obviously I've covered Memento on the channel a few times. It is just Memento, but it's got other stuff in it, and it's mainly OTK Khaled's list. I just took that and I watched all the videos he's put out lately, and he goes into depth. And obviously, I'll just recommend that you watch those. I'm not going to try and go over all the same things he has, but yeah. So I'll just get into the list, and then I guess at the end we'll just talk about some of the things I've noticed while playing it, and just maybe things we could change. But yeah. So main deck, 3 Andwich, standard, the horse. Just playing 1 Dark Blade because I assume it's just because it's bad into Fua. We've got enough starters. It's not really the one you want to see. It's just fair because obviously you need to pivot through it in certain combos and stuff. It's an extra name, etc. Still just do Goblin because you need it. Especially we are playing sort of a little Goblin engine, so now more than ever you need to always have a 1 in deck. This is the main difference between Khaled's list. He's playing free droplet. He's playing free droplet and free crown. I had to borrow 2 of the crowns. I've been allowed to keep 1, so we've got 2, but I just put a second sleep in for the 3rd crown because a lot of the things he was talking about in his videos, and things I realised is like being able to resolve a mental fusion engrave is like a very important aspect of pushing through boards, and you just kind of need to keep your your Memento name count up. So I just figured extra sleep, it's the best one to be destroying with cards like fusion and bomb party, etc. So I just always like playing 2 anyway. I was kind of not feeling playing 1 when I did the initial testing, so yeah, 1 miss. Forget whatever I said about playing 2. I was just clearly not with it. 1 guy, obviously draw at every game because it's skill 1 ofs. Yeah, you definitely cannot afford to side with this in this build. You just need it for Mossy combos. And I'll explain a bit later, but yeah, you just have to main Horn Dragon in this build. Obviously the guy, can't not play that. And yeah, so that's it for Memento stuff. We'll go into the other side engines now. Just 1 Goblin back has gone wild, and then we've got a Dug Charger. I'll put my next few cards down, it kind of explains a bit more. We've got a Radiant Typhoon Eldam and a Radiant Typhoon Swen. We can pivot into this just through a standard combo, so it is good to have, but if we are also just running Chant, and so you've got a number of these starters that if you do start with these, you can make the Big Gabonga that searches you any Goblin card. We've got a few choices, and then yeah, it just gets you into your full combo because obviously Memento Goblin is a starter, and yeah, it just makes the deck quite a bit stronger having more gas. We are on a 50 card build. Yeah, you could argue you don't need to play this, but it just kind of lets us make Caesar without just playing like an actual Fiendsmith engine. It also just gives you more interaction. Basically, the idea is to end on Vigabonga plus Caesar, and then as you start detaching your materials, you've got obviously Gabonga's own effect that just lets you attach a monster on the field if a material's attached from an sees monster, and then this card itself, it's detached, or if it's just sent to graveyard, so you can do it in your own turn just by linking it off if you've set stuff up right, but it can basically just, if it goes to graveyard, target a card on the field, attach it to an Xyz monster. Yeah, it just gives you more disruptions, minimal investment, it feels strong. It just makes having the Goblin back a quick play spell a little bit better when you don't just have 1 target off it, a bit more flexibility. For mental spells, you've just got Micklin, obviously, 1 of standard, free bomb party. I'm playing free fusion. I traditionally don't like to play the free just because I kind of brick on it, and obviously it's a good card, but you'd rather see this one or the Goblin back a spell. But obviously Radiant Typhoon cards kind of dictate that we should play more quick play spells, so 3 of them. We've got 1 of this. It's kind of weird, you don't really need to be playing this, but we are playing it and siding 2 more copies of it just to increase consistency when we're going first. But because this card does so much, you kind of could just not have this. But one of the reasons I lost my third game that we opened is because I opened this card and just started with it into like a Yummy Fiendsmith board, and he just seized it, and I didn't initially realise that obviously you can just negate the activation because it does technically include an effect special summon. But then I just completely brain farted on the second effect that just lets you detach material, so it would have answered the Caesar, and I probably still wouldn't have won because he had quite a good board. But it's just yeah, when you haven't fully read your cards properly and don't really understand, you kind of throw games. But yeah, these cards are exceptionally good into Xyz decks. That's kind of the reason people have played them in the past, just to steal materials from detonators and stuff. But yeah, we've got Breakout. Yeah, it's just more copies of Bomb Party. Essentially, it just lets you trade for their targeted interruption, play your game still. We're playing free MST just because it is actually just unironically a good card in current year. But yeah, also we've got free chant to search it, search starters. Free of this to search MST or just draw power. You know, obviously the main thing for MST is just beating flame or the mandate. You know, should be able to dodge a targeting. It's very important in winning games, but the deck list is sort of just geared for beating those 2 decks, and then not really much else, which is kind of its weakness. And even then, it's tough into those matchups because you just have so much cash, you can hit them at the points of, you know, beating the flame, and the chances are there's just so many interruptions, especially playing against Draco Tail. It really is hard to deal with. That other thing that stressed me out at Liverpool is just arguably played well, but the decks are just too good. You know, I'm not playing a meta deck, so it is what it is. It's what you expect. You get outdone by the top tier, but yeah. Anyway, enough ranting. Free Fallen Virtuous, just good card. More quick play spells. More removal, again, lets you dodge flame, etc, etc. It's just good. Yeah, the aforementioned 2 crown. Got free droplet, just because, again, more quick players is good. Call by and talents. Just because good stuff. Go to the extra deck. Very standard, just 2 Creation King. It's definitely the right number. You don't need 3. If you play 3, then I'm not sure what you're doing, but wasting extra deck. Not my favourite idea. Twin Dragon, only need 1. Never ever play more than that. Again, just wasting space. Essentially, third Memento Fusion, Baphomet. It's good enough when it's just sending an extra name, but this is how you go from just a Memento combo by dumping Eldom, and then you can set up a cross sheet, bring it back, get you into Kabonga, and that just helps you fully realise the board I mentioned earlier with all the Xyz monsters on it. And yeah, obviously the reason I always play it, Grave Effect, you just want to set that up with your big fusion. That's always a key part of it. We've got Draco Spelia, it's just the best fusion target. I really don't think Guardian Chimera is a card worth playing anymore. You just want this for when, say, you're just getting feather dusted, or, you know, just hit with a board breaker, or just some sort of thing you need to be able to just flip all your stuff in response to. This is the one that you obviously, you know, if you make a Guardian Chimera into nothing, it's just going to do nothing. But that's an interruption, so it's decent. You've got your Fallen Virtuous targets. I only need these. Don't need any more. Yeah, not really much to say about that one. Then links, just a few link 2s. Best boss monster SP, still pretty much. Well, I'll explain in a sec, but you don't always make it as much as I probably used to. Sequence, yeah, it just gets into the Baphomet. We're not playing a Fiendsmith package, but yeah, you've always got to have this. The cross sheet that I just mentioned, it just helps you get into some of those lines. Proxy S, just another good one, but better for playing through interruption, but just it can help you just extend into your combo when you otherwise wouldn't be able to. And then this is kind of a spice, is Transverser. When you do your full combo, ideally, the thought process is you want to end on this over SP, and then you have it in your left zone, you've got your Caesar, but it's underneath, and then basically Caesar's not just getting checked by Fallen and Virtuous and other cards of that nature because everyone's playing them, and it sucks to just lose. Obviously, Caesar's always 2 interruptions against, you know, when you're playing any deck, but in this deck, we've got a lot invested in it. It kind of amounts to like 4 interruptions, so just ensuring they can't just get rid of it immediately is pretty important. Just Caesar because we can. Big Wanga because it's a really good card, just all round. And this guy to get us into the sequence. Yeah, that's the entire extra deck. Not much more to say there, and then we'll just go over the side. Got the 2 more Grand Breakout that I mentioned. Obviously, we're main decking a lot of breakers like Droplet and Crown, so it's just good to have some more going first cards that we can just chuck in to not break. And also, again, it's just good against any deck that's playing Fiendsmith or potential Raziel stuff. Just hits Xyz monsters, it's nice because Xyz monsters are pretty good. Triple double Cyclone. Shout out to Reese for letting me borrow him. Meant to give him back like a week ago, but whoops. It's just a good card. Again, helps you beat flying. All the things that the decks kind of gear in to try and win against. Good card. Duster, good card. Yeah, don't really need to say anything about that. Got Dark Ruler. This is more there for just like the kind of the Fiendsmith Yomi boards and just it's just a decent card to have. It does kind of suck, but obviously you can't all-DK every time you do it. But realistically, if you're resolving this and successfully clearing the board and setting your own up, you should probably be okay. Triple Lightning Storm, just because again it's just more copies of Duster. Good card. And then Triple Santa Claus. It's not once per turn. I never realised that, but you may as well just play free because why not? I guess also if you're in a very niche situation where you can like talent stake it back or something, you can put it under a Caesar, I guess. Don't know. Good card though. Right. I'm just gonna do 1 card Andrich combo. Go normal summon, effect search horse, special it. Got effect to destroy. Send 1, 2, 3, 5. I got Andrich effect target mace, destroy itself special. Mace's effect to destroy it, search any card. Memento fusion. Activate shuffling back, shuffle back ones we've used. Some Creation King. We've got King's effect, send free. We'll send Darkblade, combined Gatic. We've got a Gatic effect special when it's sent by a monster effect. Effect on summon to target Sleepy in graveyard, add it back to hand. And then we'll go Memento fusion effect, banish, destroy this. I'll search Bone Party. And we'll banish this to search Mecklin. Sleepy effect you special, effect on summon to fuse. Then we've got effect on summon, destroy 1 on hand or field, search Horn Dragon Akihiron. And Nutrium go field spell, target Twin Dragon effect, go summon Sleepy. Summon Darkblade. Then we will go. Fit Bomb Party now. I'll destroy the Akihiron. Just get another level 3 from deck. And Akihiron's effect will target fusion to add back to hand. Then we will go Darkblade's effect, destroy Sleepy. Send another Sleepy because why not? And Sleepy's effect, send the name that we're missing, put a horse back so we got none. And then, these 2 into the Djinn. And then these two into sequence. Got the sequence effect. Put this back and what was it we just sent? Why not? Some Baphomet. Baphomet's effect to dump, sending Eldom. And then special this. Go. These two off. Cross sheet. Obviously, it's going to be facing this way for the sake of the arrows. And we'll go something combined. Shuffle back. Trigger cross sheep. Something the Eldon's effect. Searching Swen, special Swen. Swen can just search anything, but for the sake of the combo, it will just be a blank MSV. And then you just overlay them two into Gabonga. Gabonga's effect searches a Goblin monster. Summon Doug Charger. Doug Charger's effect to detach one and special itself. And then on summon it searches a Goblin spell trap. That'll be the Grand Breakout. And then you just activate that. Tributes a monster you control for cost. Specials any Goblin monster from your deck, which will be the Gone Wild. And Gone Wild's effect on summon. Special level 4 War Goblin from your deck, which should be another Memento Goblin. And those two makes Caesar. These two into the Transverser. And yeah. So you've got these two from your hand to set still. End phase. Micklin will also reset the Bone Party we activated. And then, yeah, so obviously you've got 2 season negates, but also, like I explained in the profile part, anytime you detach from an Xyz, on the next chain you'll be able to use Gabonga's effect to attach a monster from a field to itself. And then, after that, ideally, because it's more flexible, once you detach for Gone Wild, that'll let you attach another card to the Gabonga. It doesn't have to be a monster that time. So that's just multiple interruptions. And then you've also got the Grand Breakout Engrave, which is basically just a battle buffer. It just says that if an attack's declared, you can detach any number of Xyz materials from a Goblin, and then all your opponent's monsters will lose 1,000 for each one. So there's no way you can just run over your Transverser. Your board's pretty much clear from like most things besides just a general evenly matched or some sort of breaker. But even then, you know, you've got your means to play around that. Yeah. Obviously, once the Baphomet comes from under the Caesar, that can just bring the Creation King back. You've got combined to resummon, ideally, Horn Dragon, because then you can Bone Party it off, summon Ange-Witch, search a Mace. This will trigger to get some pops. It's like 10 interruptions, 10, 11, something when it fully goes off. But yeah, that's the combo. Thanks for watching.